Okay, next we have Sister Jill Bennett from Buena Vista, Santa Maria, and her householder is Jennifer Alla, also from Buena Vista. The theme is, was Jesus Christ simply a good man? And the setting is the door-to-door call, speaking with a non-religious single parent.
So I know you'll enjoy this article I mentioned yesterday, Jennifer, about the truth about Christmas. It'll tell more about the Christmas customs.
Thank you, Jill. Now that the lights are down off my house and the tree is finally to the curb, I think I might actually have time to sit down and read this.
Oh, good, good. It's interesting to know why my neighbors celebrate Christmas. Some people think that Jesus was simply a good man to honor. What do you think?
Well, I'm not very religious myself. I celebrate Christmas mainly for my children. I do think, though, that Jesus had some really good teachings, like the Golden Rule. But I don't think with the way the economy is that Jesus' teachings had any lasting effect on humans. So I guess if I had to give my opinion, I'd say I would think he was just a good man.
Well, Jennifer, I appreciate that you enjoy Jesus' teachings. You know, there's something interesting noted about Jesus in the Bible, but spoken by his enemies. Let me ask you, what do you think someone's enemy would say about them?
Well, they would try to dig up as much dirt, I would think, and spread bad things about them.
If they could, huh? And I agree. And so with that thought in mind, we can take a closer look at a Bible verse that reveals Jesus' reputation, but spoken by his enemies. Would you like to see that?
Yeah, that sounds kind of interesting.
Okay. This is in the Gospel book of Mark, chapter 12, and notice verse 14. It says, "On arrival, these, who were his enemies, said to him, 'Teacher, we know you are truthful, and you do not care for anybody, but you do not look upon men's outward appearance, but you teach the way of God in line with the truth.'" So what did they have to admit about the way Jesus spoke?
Well, they said that he was truthful, which is a really good thing. I know I always try to teach my children to be honest.
And I've noticed that your children are very well behaved, Jennifer.
Thank you, Jill.
So Jesus' honesty all alone would make Jesus a good man, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But could there be something more that would make Jesus even more than that? His honesty becomes especially significant when we consider the huge statement he claimed about himself, about who he really was.
Really? Well, who did he say he was?
Well, we can see the answer to that by going again to the Bible, and just very briefly, we can look at the Gospel book of John, chapter 10, and here at the very last part of verse 36, notice what it says. Now, Jesus is speaking here, okay? He says, "I said, I am God's son." So who is he claiming to be, Jennifer?
Well, he's saying he's God's son, but I thought his parents were Joseph and Mary.
And you're right, because Joseph was his adopted father, and Mary, of course, gave birth to him as his earthly mother. So, but according to Jesus' own words, as spoken in the Bible, and we've established that Jesus was always truthful,
Right.
he's claiming that his real father is God himself. So, and God is the one who performed his miraculous conception on earth. And so that would make him more than a good man, wouldn't it?
True.
Because can any other man honestly make this claim?
No, I wouldn't think so.
No. So either Jesus was what he said, God's son, or he was an imposter, a liar, really. And if that's true, then he is a lot less than a good man. So neither of these options allows for the fact that he would just be a good man. Does this make sense?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Jill, but if Jesus really was God's son and special, then why didn't he fix the problems when he was here, like bring an end to war and have a better economy for us?
Well, I can understand why you would feel that way, Jennifer, but let me assure you that the Bible can provide a satisfying answer to your question. So how much more time do you have today that we can discuss this?
Well, I have about 10 minutes before I have to pick up lyric.
Okay, great.
Thank you. It's not my day, is it? I was thinking of, by the way, you did a very nice job, but something that I was impressed with was your reasoning manner. Your householder made a statement that she didn't think that Jesus' life ministry had a lasting effect, and you didn't take exception to that. But you did start out by laying the groundwork that Jesus was truthful. And then when you got over to John 10:36, where it talked about he was the Son of God, well, I've already established that he was always truthful, so she couldn't really argue with that. So very nice job. On page 251 in our ministry school book, when it talks about reasoning with others, use scriptures, illustrations, and questions in a logical way and in a manner that encourages people to listen and to think. People don't think anymore. You have to really work at getting them to think. And I thought you did that. You helped her to come to her own conclusion. You didn't just tell her something. You helped her reach her own conclusion. Now when it was all said and done, she said, wow, I learned something. A very good example for all of us there. Thank you for that. And thank you, brothers, for getting this mic to work. Okay, now we're going to